Hello everybody, welcome to the lecture 2 of academic writing session. I am Finalizing Masum again. So today we're going to talk about exactly where we left off the last day. So in lecture 1 we talked about what is academic writing, why it is important, how it is different than creative writing. We talked about every type of academic writing and the common myths of academic writing. So today we're going to talk about specific sections of academic writing. We're going to talk about each section, how you can start writing those sections, where to start writing, importance of taking notes, and maybe some common mistakes we do while doing those academic writing. And I'm going to focus mostly on the journal article. That general formula can be used for any type of academic writing. I generally start with this interesting thing about choosing how to do research or what research to do. Does everyone know about Dan Brown? So the first book he wrote was Digital Fortress. The reason he wrote Digital Fortress is because one day he was reading Sidney Sheldon's Doomsday Conspiracy, and while reading he thought, I can do better. That's why he started writing Digital Fortress. And we're going to talk about why that story is relevant in selecting your research topic, selecting your journal article topic. This slide is about how to choose a research topic. How do you choose a research topic? So at first, what we need is an idea. If you have an idea, then the second question you have to ask yourself is that important? And yes, if it's important, then you're golden. You're the boss. You can conduct your research and write a research journal article that everybody will read. But if it's not important, then sorry, nobody really cares. Why would you do research about something that nobody would read? There was a Nobel laureate, I forgot the name at this point. He said that it takes exactly the same amount of time and effort to write a bad research article what it takes for a good research article. So it takes the same time and same effort. So why would I waste my time in a bad research topic or something nobody would read? So let's say you have a good idea. It's a new idea, it's an important idea, and you're fine. What if you don't have a research idea? What if you just can't figure out what new research to do? Then what you have to do is look at the recent literature, look at the recent journal articles, and you have to see what they are doing. And after carefully reading those literature and those papers, you can do three things. And the first thing is you can make your theory better. So they obviously worked with a theory. They obviously worked with an hypothesis. You can make that better. You can make the data better. So maybe the last time this topic was used or this data was used or this data was analyzed was in 1990 or maybe 1960. After that, nobody really talked about this topic. So maybe you can use new data and then maybe do a comparison between the old paper and the new paper. How much things have changed in the last 30 or 50 years, which is very much possible. For example, let's say I did a temperature study on a certain area and I did that in 1980. So 40 years have gone by and now I want to do the same thing here or maybe some other place. Just because you did something that someone has done before, but you're doing it for a new time or a new place, does not mean that your research is not important. Your research is still important because the research question is important. The article that you're writing, somebody will read it because they care about the place, they care about the time of your research article. So yeah, you can make your data better. The third thing you can do is you can make your analysis better. So we do research with When we estimate something, we do research with optimization, we do research with the statistics and econometrics, lab analysis. You can make those analysis better. And maybe you found some problem. Maybe you were reading a chemistry paper and you thought that, okay, if you mix those two chemicals, this should not happen all the time. Maybe this should not happen in this temperature, because lab experiments, they obviously vary based on a lot of environmental factors. Maybe you think I can do this better. So yeah, you can do that. And so these are the 3 things you can do if you don't have a new research idea. This flowchart I made based on a class I was in. It was a class about research and professional development. It was a class for the PhD students, but I think this is applicable for any level of researchers. So far we talked about how to select a research topic, and now we are going to find out where can you find those research articles that you have to read for 2 purposes. 1, maybe to select your research topic, and number 2, what you want to do, you really want to know nobody has done that before, because research articles basically should be something that you are adding in the research world. So where can you find those research articles? Internet, obviously. We don't go to the library anymore, unfortunately, but there is a limitation for physical libraries that has books and research article magazines. The limitation is they cannot really have all the journal articles in the world, and every day something is being published. They cannot really have all of those. So internet is your best bet. Where do you find an internet? You can go to Google Scholar. There is a quote at the end of this page. It says, "Stand on the shoulders of giants." It is very important because all the researchers in the world, we are actually standing on the shoulders of giants. The people who already did the previous research, we are building upon their work. Actually, it was Newton who said that, "I see further and I see more than the ones before me because I'm standing on their shoulder." Let's say your field is my field. Your field is bioenergy. Maybe you want to find out unit production cost of bioenergy, or maybe you want to find out the carbon emission they did. All you do is type them and hit enter. You try to click download PDF, and here you go. Here is your article, and you can read about it and see it has almost the same thing that we talked about the other day. Sometimes it will happen that you cannot really find a paper because it will say you have to buy it. Let's say this is an article you definitely need for your study. Reading that highlights, you understood this is very important. What are you gonna do? You have to click on get access, and after that they will say that, hey, you need to purchase this PDF, and it's $38. $38 is a lot of money. We cannot really pay $38 for each article we need. Sometimes we will need probably 100 articles for our research. I don't really have that much money. So then what do? You can email these authors and ask them that, hey, can I have your article because this is important for me? And they are allowed to share their work if they want to. So that is kind of a confusing situation, because the journal, they are selling this article, but the authors can share it without any penalty. It's weird, but that's how this world operates. You can find their email address from the paper itself. See that envelope button? If you click here, it will show the Gmail address or the email address for that person. You can email that person and ask them for this paper, and they will share it with you. These are the ways you can find journal articles for your research. So reading a lot is the key to success. You have to find a journal in your relevant field, and you can download those articles, or you can request the researchers for that. In the next video, we're gonna dig deep into writing. Please subscribe to my channel and enable notifications for all videos.